Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Batty Overwatch League Season 5, Week 7 pregame show. I am Albinojoe, hosting for the day, and with me, as always, is the always wonderful Utech. Utech, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic today. I am back off of my hiatus from last week. Uh, want to see what's going on in the news of the Batty Overwatch League, and I'm excited to discuss a few things.
Oh yeah, Utech's back in action with us here today, and also with us is none other than 30. 30, how you doing, bud?
Doing good. Excited for another fun week of BOL.
Oh yeah, who isn't excited for that? You know what? And to preface this whole entire week, we should start with all these patch changes, all these character things that have happened. Uh, you know, 30. I think you probably know quite a bit about this, at least more than I do at this time. What do you want to talk about in regards to the patch changes?
Well, I think the one that there's a couple, right? There's the fair changes, which I guess we can talk about first. And if people haven't read the patch notes, I'll link it into its chat for everybody. It happened yesterday, so that's this is the patch we're playing on tonight. And the fair changes are a little bit radical, but not like too game changing. Basically, she can fire faster, but she is rewarded more damage for hitting targets directly instead of splash damage. Also, her concussive blast cooldown was reduced from 12 to 9 as well. So basically, the idea is the Pharah players need to try to hit their targets directly all the time. They can't really play that hit the skybox Farah and then just hit, just rain down and hit splash damage rockets to farm barrage. You gotta get in there. You gotta like hit the targets. It looks like a lot tougher. The pros and all the top Farah players, their initial reaction was this is a net nerf. But I have been watching some Grandmaster Top 500 streams lately over the past day or so, and it seems to be going a lot better. There's a lot of people still playing Pharah, and people are saying that they're actually getting their ults faster and they're dying less. So I don't know how it's going to play out at the very top level gameplay, but specifically for BOL, we got to talk about somebody. We got to talk about our boy Heron 911
Oh
in the sky.
boy.
I mean, we asked him a couple weeks ago what he wanted for the Pharah changes. I don't know if these were his idea, but I guess we'll see how that affects his playstyle here in the BOL. She's still very susceptible to Widowmakers, so and there's a lot of Widowmaker players in this league, so I don't know how well she'll do in BOL.
With that, the concussion blast affects her 25% more, so she's going to be getting more movement out of each concussion blast.
Oh, that's a good note. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Yeah.
I'll help you dodge some Widowmakers and stuff like that. Maybe I don't know. Get out
Yeah.
of the gate faster. Well,
Um.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we'll see how Heron likes that stuff. What were you gonna say, 30?
oh yeah, well, it's continuing on. The next big changes, the ones that I'm really excited about, is some people might expect, are the hit scan buffs. So McCree and Soldier were also buffed this patch. McCree's combat roll is reduced from 8 to 6 seconds, and then Soldier's primary fire on his heavy pulse rifle is the max spread is increased from 6 to 9. So basically, the amount of time before your bullets go all crazy has been increased. So you should be able to land headshots more consistently. Uh, from what I've read and seen, the McCree buff seems to be insane. People are scared of a McCree uprising like back in the day. The combat role is really influential, especially in the meta that we're in with Sombra and Doomfist, and even when you run dive tanks within, McCree's always been a very susceptible hit scan. But now that he has basically a sort of an escape ability every 6 seconds, it should increase his survivability a lot. And as far as the soldier buffs go, only the really good soldier players out there will benefit from this. So I hope I can benefit from this, uh, but we'll see. It doesn't change that he's still bad, like overall, but it should feel nicer to hit heads more often.
Well, hopefully he has a little bit. His whole kit is supposed to be where he's able to kind of hunker down and survive a little bit more. So if he is able to pump out more damage, maybe that survivability that he already has from the health station that he provides can perhaps allow him to kill the enemy that's kind of fighting in his zone.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, not only it helps like with the long range targets, but it helps even when you're spraying close range targets like your Reinhardts and Orisas, just being able to hit just a couple more crits every time, for every clip of your rifle is gonna go far.
Speaking of spread, I also want to bring up another hero that was given a little buff to not damage, but spread, and that is Orisa, who had a maximum spread reduced by 20%. Now,
That's
I
pretty
don't,
big.
that is
Yeah.
huge. And one thing is that Orisa can pump out a lot of damage if you're able to aim, and that spread kind of puts things into perspective because it doesn't allow you to hit every single shot that she's just railing out with that Gatling gun of hers. But now that it's 20%, like I've played a few games, and it's if she's able to track really well, you can definitely feel it.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, she's going to be able to actually kind of help handle far range targets a little bit better, such as, Pharahs, Widows, etc. With that spread reduction, as long as, like you said, that tracking is going to be really important. And yeah, I think that's pretty. It's funny. I'm reading the developer comments, and it just says we've tightened the spread slightly, which should leave yada yada yada. Like 20% isn't really slightly in my book, but whatever you want to say, Blizzard, it's up to you what you want to tell the players of the game. Well, hey, last comment on patch notes that we have right now. Pretty much just read through it. I mean, I don't know if any of us want to talk too in depth about Torbjorn being a totally new hero at this point, pretty much with the amount of change that he's going through. But he will not be played. He will not be playable, I should say, for the next 2 weeks, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, check him out. He's a guy. He still has a turret. There's going to be no more turret plays of the game, hopefully.
You know what I'm a little sad about is that we won't be able to have Torbjorn Fight Club this
Or
week or next week.
Sad. Oh man. Well, okay. Anyway, enough of those patch changes. The patch notes, everyone. I think we hit those pretty hard here. Let's talk about the casting couch roll swaps from last week. Coming straight from the horse's mouth here. Utech, you're no longer a tank, and we got Salvo in, and it seems like it's working, right? Maybe.
I want you to know that this isn't even my final form. After this, I'm coming for the support roles.
Oh man. Okay, enough of that. 30. Give your unbiased report. I mean, I think you casted our game last week, and you saw everything from a bird's eye, unbiased perspective. What do you think about those changes?
For casting couch?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it can only get better from here if they go down the same track. I guess if I'll just speak to you guys, if you guys if you guys do whatever you did in those last, I guess basically maps 2 and 3, but mainly I saw a lot of good stuff in 3 that I think you guys should work on, especially with the Utech PogChamp Hanzo Widow rollover. That I think really the biggest thing is all of you are very well balanced players and have some understanding of Overwatch at a macro level, right? But sometimes you just need hard fraggers, and maybe that's what your team was kind of missing, is like in that DPS role, you don't have someone that's like pushing out the deeps every fight. But when you had Utech popping off on Widow, it's suddenly opened up all of the space, and then all of the other roles could perform as they should, and maybe they didn't have to worry so much about dealing damage. So yeah, I think whatever you guys are doing, especially also from a shot calling perspective, like alt tracking, if you guys are working on that, continue doing that. I think it only gets better from here. At the end of the season is going to be very exciting for the last 3 teams, I think.
Hear that, Utech? Called you a pogger, man.
Oh hell yeah! No, I mean, granted, I'm not gonna say exactly what was mentioned about 30 and his Widow play on the game. It was a very, very delectable display of words. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Anyway, no, I was having a lot of fun popping off as both Hanzo and Widow. Hopefully, being able to go full Super Saiyan because sometimes it's hard when you have this big of a dick for the team to carry it. So you're just gonna have to carry your own weight and see where it goes.
Yeah, buddy. All right, well, enough about our own team and whatever issues, strengths, weaknesses, whatever you want to call it that we have. Do either of you know anything about the script?
Where is it?
Uh, the script has been written. It's hidden in a secret bunker about five stories below ground level, and it's guarded by top men.
I don't know, man. I found some scraps and tidbits, and in a close race, something prestigious, best, something setting. I don't know. Okay, enough of that. So next, let's talk about Walmy maybe. Any input on that? Starting with Utech, what do you guys say about that?
Coming from their performance last week, they finally won a game that hasn't been a tie. That was just awesome to see. I was so up in arms. Basically, I was jumping up and down when I saw that, and I could not believe what was going on, and I was just happy to see that they were able to get out a win.
Yeah, I mean, week 5 they got, I believe, a win and a tie against 3 Dance 1 Cup.
Yep.
And then they got another win week 6 against Mad Cow Disease, who is arguably the best team in the league right now. And yeah, I mean they had some pretty drastic changes. Nohwonder was out for a scheduling conflict, I believe, that he was able to come back in. But after that win, he just saw, hey team, keep going. Yeah, I don't know. 30. Do you have any comments?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, yeah, the week 5 they did have the win and a tie against 3 Dams 1 Cup, but really week 6 means so much more because they got a win on the team that they did, and that, like you said, mad cow disease. So uh, I mean it's interesting, right? Because you remove Nohwonder, right, who's a veteran player, star DPS. I assume does a good amount of like strategy calling or shot calling at some point in the game, but you just remove all of that element, and then the leftover took down mad cow disease on a map, which is, I mean, it's crazy. It didn't seem possible, honestly. Maybe mad cow was just having an off day, an off map. I don't know, but I'm
What
excited for the future.
We should definitely talk about Blabour's May because that was
Yes.
definitely what everyone was screaming about in
Oh
Twitch
my
chat.
god.
Everyone was saying you have to unleash Blabour's May because that is the only thing he can actually play in the game. Everything else is shit tier except that May. When he was born, he said to himself, when putting stat points into what he was going to be when he grew up, he took away everything, his reading ability, his ability to, speak and talk, and went full autistic into the May.
Yeah, yeah, we should definitely not forget about his May. I honestly thought he hard carried Hanamura on his May. There was a lot of like key plays that I remember. I was either observing or casting the game, but there was a lot of good plays that he made on May by himself that basically enabled his team to do well. And yeah, definitely by far his best hero. So I hope to see him play more of that.
Yeah, Blab was definitely a force to be reckoned with, as you said, specifically in Hanamura, which is kind of a main map on defense for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, just the who else? What was everyone playing most of those maps?
Well, Sam she switched over to the Widow Maker for at least Hanamura. I think she played DPS for at least map 1 and 2. I'm not sure if they switched roles, but even that was doing some work, right? It put some more pressure out. Everything was just maybe there was just things that they've never tried before because they couldn't, and they did, and it just worked. All the stars aligned against mad cow disease. It's tough to explain, but maybe we'll have some more insight in a bit soon.
Yeah, in a bit we will. And actually, let's hear it straight from the horse's mouth here with a a Nohwonder interview. Because we got some questions for him. Could our broadcaster, Sir Zedekus, bring down Nohwonder? Oh, hey! There he is. Wonder, are you there?
Oh, what's up? Yeah. How's it going?
It's going great, man. Your team's going to be a topic of conversation for, maybe a week or two, maybe longer. You guys have nowhere to go but up right now. And
I mean, it can always get worse,
Whoa! We're not.
You haven't seen my Torb
full.
yet.
Oh dear. Well, you're not going to play it for
Not
2
for
weeks.
2 weeks.
Oh man. Well, I mean, first question that I want to ask. So, how did the whole entire sitting out go? I know that you had like a scheduling conflict at the very beginning.
Yeah, so it was just a scheduling conflict. I play on another Overwatch team that competes in like the Open Division, so I had a tournament that I was playing in with them that I couldn't miss, and I thought I was gonna be like really late and like not able to make any of the maps, but it ended up just like some scheduling things. Ended up being able to make it, but I was like a little late, so we were like, all right, you guys just play the first map, see how that goes, and then they won, so I was like, fuck it, just play without me, why not? See how it goes. The other two didn't go as well, but whatever.
Yeah, true that. And just one win out of the whole entire thing. It wasn't an overwhelming landslide or anything like that.
I mean,
but...
if you go based on our average, like I think my team does better without me. If you want to look at it like that.
Oh man, no.
So it was a successful experiment, I guess. But it was really just like a matter of practicality. It wasn't like a tactical thing or anything like that,
Yeah. So when you did, because I saw you in Twitch chat during the match, maybe at the tail end of map 1, but definitely from maps 2 and 3, you were there watching the game. Were you sitting in like Discord or TeamSpeak with them, talking to them, maybe
no,
giving them macro strategy, or?
No.
Oh, okay. But
I just let them do their thing.
Watching it, did it give you a new perspective on your team and maybe like some of the things you need to work on?
I mean, not really. I've already seen everyone play, a decent amount. I think I have a pretty good idea of how everyone likes to play the game and what kinds of mistakes people make. I don't think it really offered me any huge new perspective, because I usually watch back our games, like the VODs of our games anyway,
Right.
So it wasn't much different from that.
And on top of that, so with that, what do you think this means for the future of Walmy Maybe as going forward?
We haven't really discussed what we want to do, like roster wise. Obviously, if the team got together and decided they want me to sit out, like I'd be fine with that. I think we're a pretty democratic team, so I'd go along with that. I don't. Holy shit! There's a spider on my desk. What?
Oh,
Fuck! Here, give me a sec, boys. I'll be right back. It's really big. It's huge, dude. It was like I had a blanket on my shoulders and it was on the blanket, dude. Oh my god. I'll be right back.
And
Now
he's
don't worry,
dead.
Don't worry, everybody. No one is actually dying here. This is part of the script all along.
I was gonna say
Part of the script.
This seems super scripted. Like now he's gonna say, "Oh, guys, I can't make it this week again," and they're gonna play my team, and we're gonna lose.
Is it like a Black Widow? Like, is he gonna get poisoned and sent to the hospital? Like, is this some Real Housewives shit? What's happening?
I mean, let's be honest. Nohwonder right now is playing some 4D chess. He is definitely playing some 4D chess, some 900 IQ, like top level gameplay, like breaking the fourth wall here.
Oh man, I really wanted to know. Oh man, I really wanted to know about the matchup today too, because Walmy Maybe is playing the bench life of Zach and Cody. So 30, you and him, more than likely will be seeing each other in the not the Fields of Justice, whatever you want to call Overwatch maps.
Okay, the spider has been relocated. Holy shit, it was so big. I just looked over it. It was right on my shoulder. Jesus Christ. Alright, sorry, where was I?
Scary.
So
You're talking about that 400 IQ play that you're doing right now with that spider.
He's been relocated. Yeah.
Like relocated or dead? Did you kill it?
No, I didn't kill it. I relocated it.
Can say he's protecting you from
With
like
the trash
bugs and
can.
shit. Oh man, dude, what? He's gonna crawl out and get you. That's crazy.
fine.
Okay. Hey. Okay. Wonder. Back to Overwatch talk.
Right.
Last question, at least that I want to ask. So tonight, you're playing Bench Life with Zach and Cody. That's 30's team.
Right.
And you and 30 had your Widow duel the last time you guys met. And I was saying that arguably you guys were competitive, neck and neck, doing all sorts of plays.
It was pretty close. I think
On-
30
on
edged me
both
out
sides.
a little bit, but
I mean, but the point is, it was something to watch. It was competitive. The fact that
yeah, sure.
we could talk about it in that sense is hypey enough. So, are we going to be seeing you out on the field as that Widowmaker trying to outdo 30 this week?
You are gonna see me on the field. Tree's out of town, so even if my team did want to bench me, they're shit out of luck for today. So I'll be playing. I think I've said my feelings on playing Widowmaker. I think she's a little resident sleeper. Not my favorite hero to play. Mostly play her out of necessity. So if 30 goes on Widow and we don't have anything to contest him, I'll have to go Widow probably. But it's not what I'd like to be doing.
Same.
Oh, man.
I have the same sentiment with Widowmaker. Resident
Yeah.
Sleeper.
I mean, like I just want to play Tracer, man.
Well. Hey man, is Soldier more viable after those buffs than Tracer? That's the real question.
Honestly, no, he's not.
Maybe.
No, Tracer is still good as long if the other team doesn't have a Brig.
Yeah.
Tracer can be really good.
Well, Briggs' shield did just get nerfed by 100 HP.
It doesn't matter. The thing about Brig is
Yeah.
that it's like, all right, yeah, sure, she can like stun you and insta give you, and yeah, like that sucks. But like the real thing is the armor. Like once Brig starts stacking armor for a team, you do literally half as much damage as usual as Tracer. So
Yeah.
you're pretty useless.
Man, well, hopefully we'll see a Tracer duel in the match between Bench
Yeah,
Life and
I haven't gotten to
BOL.
play much this season. Maybe I'll bust it out tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, buddy. Well, hey, I think that's all the time that we have right now. I guess any other closing thoughts or comments from any of the casters here, 30 or Utech?
My closing thought: Eichenwald is literally unplayable right now with the
Dude, the zaps third point. Bzz, bzz.
Wait, what?
There's zaps? What?
Yeah, I can vault. If you go to third point, there's like this little electric craption, and it goes bzz, bzz, and it's so fucking annoying. It drives like it's awful.
You can't hear
Yeah.
footsteps and stuff?
It's
Oh,
just
man.
it's so loud. I mean, you can hear other things, but it's just like when you're like in game and it gets paused and you have like some sound going on, like Winston's Tesla cannon in your ear. It's like that the whole time.
Oh god,
Oh.
gross.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think Utech was talking about like a wall or something, which, you know what, you can link that. But for now, we're going to cut the stream for a little bit, and then we're going to go to bad plays of the week and straight into match one, which is Casting Couch versus 3Dans1. No, it's not that. It's actually something different, isn't it?
It's Walmy maybe going up against the bench life of Zach and Cody.
Oh, well, we're going to see Wonder and 30 duke it out in the field in just a moment. But for now, enjoy the bad plays of last week.